Hello, my wonderful friends. Welcome back or welcome to my channel if you are new here. My name is Elena. I love all things makeup and beauty. And today's video is going to be brands that I only have one eyeshadow palette from. I did this video about a year ago, but half of my palettes that I have for this video are different. So if you want to see the palettes, if you want to know whether I would repurchase from them, and did my preferences change from last year? Well, definitely keep on watching. So I have 13 palettes this year, and in no particular order. And the first one is from Ofra Cosmetics. It is the Symphony palette. Now, I will let you know which ones I did last year if I do remember. But this is what the palette looks like. A super gorgeous palette. I really love the formula of this palette. And as I said last year, I would definitely repurchase from them. Now, I haven't really seen a palette that's caught my eye, so I haven't repurchased from them. But if there's definitely a palette that I'm like, ooh, I really like, I will definitely purchase it. But until now, that's why I haven't. But I will tell you though, this middle shade is a highlighter. It's also a shimmer, but it is technically their highlighters. So I would actually purchase a highlighter from them. There are many highlighters I think are beautiful. I just haven't decided which one I want yet, but I would definitely purchase from Ofra Cosmetics again. Next palette is from NARS. It's the Extreme Effects palette, and this palette was in my video last year, and this is what it looks like. Super beautiful. This is a really nice palette, and I've actually been wanting to purchase from NARS. I haven't yet because, as I said in that video, I feel like NARS really just repeats their color stories in every single palette, so that's why I haven't repurchased from them. But I really do love their formula. I think it's really nice. I've had no problem with it. It's very blendable. It's very pigmented. So I definitely want to repurchase, but as I said before, I feel like all their palettes, the color stories are just the same. But I really would repurchase if there's a palette that's not the same, it's more colorful, not on the neutral side. I'd definitely be getting that palette. Next palette we have is Paradise Cove, and it is from Ladybug Glow and Gourmand Girls. And I got this in a ice cream beauty box subscription. And this is what it looks like. This is an amazing palette. Now, this is the first time that I used Ladybug Glow and Gourmand Girls last year, so I never really used the brands before, and I actually really enjoyed it. I thought the formula of this was really good. I really love the color story. If you know me, I love a good green color story. We even have some blues in here, and I really do love some blues with greens. And I thought the formula was actually really nice. And yes, I definitely would want to repurchase from them. They've been a brand on my radar for some time now. Definitely Gourmand Girls, definitely Ladybug Glow. So yes, I would definitely be repurchasing from this brand. Next, we have the Heather Austin and Adept Cosmetics palette, and this was in my video from last year. And this is what the palette looks like. I would always repurchase, or I would always buy from Adept Cosmetics. I really love this palette. If you know me, this is my favorite palette that has the best shimmers. It has soft shimmers, it has flaky shimmers, but they're not bad. If you spray your brush, you'll get minimum fallout, and I really love the color story. Now, have I purchased from them since I've gotten this palette? No, not quite. There are quite a bit of palettes that I've been eyeing, but I just haven't had the audacity to buy it. Now, I will tell you though, the Arrow inspired palettes, oh my goodness, I would have bought that in a heartbeat. I love the Arrow series. It is such a good TV show. That was also just extremely beautiful palette. It is discontinued, and I'm really upset about it, but maybe they'll bring it back, maybe they won't. I don't know. But I definitely will repurchase from this brand. As I said, there are many palettes I really like, but I just haven't been able to buy it yet. I don't know. Something's telling me just wait. Maybe I would wait for a sale. I'm just not so sure. why I haven't bought it. It's 50-50 on me. I know I always watch review videos before I purchase a palette, and most of the palettes that I've been wanting, it's been a hit or miss. So I don't really want to purchase a palette that I'm not really going to enjoy. So with that being said, I think I'm going to go ahead and purchase from them once they come out with a color story that I cannot deny. Yes, they come out with beautiful palettes, but right now, I think I'm okay with passing. Next palette is from Ace Beauté. It is the Serenity palette. This was also in my video from last year. Wow, it's blinking. And this is what the palette looks like. Now, I have no idea what's going on with Ace Beauté right now. I thought they were rebranding, but it seems like they're not. I have no idea. Now, I know that they did come out with a palette, but I don't know for sure if it was a BoxyCharm exclusive palette or what. Like, I really don't know. And to be honest with you, I really do love this palette. I've never decluttered this palette. But I think with Ace Beauté just being, you know, not on the radar anymore, I'm probably just going to go ahead and pass and not purchase from them again. Now, maybe in the future, if they were actually rebranding and they would start their makeup again, I might not. I don't know for sure. But for now, I think I'm just going to go ahead and pass. I'll just go ahead and keep this only palette. It's nothing wrong with this palette. Nothing wrong with the brand. As I said, I just don't know what's happening with them. So yes. Next we have from Urban Decay is the Naked Honey palette. And I have decluttered this palette last year, but I did bring it back in my collection because I really missed the palette. So just a little side note with your declutters. I know this is not a declutter video, but I was told by a very nice friend that when you declutter a palette, go ahead, declutter for 2 months and see if you miss it. If you miss it, bring it back in your collection. And sure enough, I really missed this palette. And I really love this palette. But I will tell you, I'm not going to repurchase from Urban Decay. I have not liked their palettes that they came out with. I had that Robin Eisenberg palette, and no offense to the content creator, but I just did not like that palette at all. That was decluttered long ago. And I wish I could buy it from Urban Decay again, but I just can't. The price point and the quality and color stories are just not for me. I wish they would bring back their old type of styles that they used to do, like the colorful one. I'm blanking on the name. It's like the destination, like packaging. Okay, I'm blanking on the name, but you know what I mean. I wish they would come out with those kind of stuff again, or collabs or something like that, but they don't anymore. They just come up with really boring things, and they just come up with things that aren't just eye-catching to me. As I said, I really love the palette. I think the quality is really good, but I'm going to go ahead and pass and not repurchase from them. Also, just a little side note again, when I say I'm not going to repurchase from them again, I mean right now or sometime soon in the future. Now, later in the future, I probably will, or maybe I won't. But for now, with my mindset, it's a no. So I just wanted to clarify that. And the next palette we have is the Hunter and Prey palette from Blairdale MUA Cosmetics. And this is a new indie brand that was released last year. And this is what the palette looks like. This was a really good palette. For his first palette, or his first even makeup product to come out with, I thought this was so good. The formula, the color story is very beautiful. Now, I will say something, like the formula, it was different. Not in a bad way, in a really good way. It was just like, as I said, for a person to come out with their first makeup product, I thought this was just so good. It was blendable, it was pigmented. I had no complaints. And there are 2 more other makeup products that he's came out with since this palette. And yes, I definitely want to purchase those. I just haven't yet. I was on a no-buy last year, and I'm still on a no-buy, but I'm actually mostly on a low-buy. I will buy some makeup, but not as much. And yeah, I think he's an amazing content creator as well. You should definitely check him out on Instagram. Now, I know that there's only one of these palettes left in stock. So if you want to get your hands on it, I would highly suggest it. As of right now, I know that, like, today when I'm filming, there was an announcement. It could be gone, it cannot be gone. But I definitely repurchasing from this brand. Next we have from Huda Beauty. It's the new Nude palette. My goodness, apologies. And this is what the palette looks like. It's a super gorgeous palette. Now, I never purchased from Huda Beauty. I was gifted this palette from a best friend of mine, and I thought the quality of this was really good. Now, I never purchased from Huda Beauty because I just wasn't interested in the brand. Yeah, there were some things that were really pretty, but overall, I just heard okay things about it. It wasn't something to rave about, and they are a little on the pricier side, so I don't really want to spend my money on a higher brand when I could be spending it on an indie brand that I know I will love the quality and the palettes of. But I really did love this palette. Don't get me wrong, I want to repurchase from them, but I kind of don't. There hasn't came out with anything that I want to repurchase, but I really thought that the Empowered palette was really intriguing. I will tell you that. If I were to repurchase something from the brand, I would repurchase that palette for sure. I thought the color story was nice. Yes, it's neutral, but hey, there's a really pretty gold in there, so I don't mind. But this palette, it really opened my eyes for the brand. Now, as I said, I don't know if I'm going to really repurchase them right now, but in the future, if they come out with something really, really nice, something colorful, if you know me, I love color, and don't think I don't like neutrals, but I prefer colors more. If they come out with something really colorful and I hear good things about it, I might purchase it. Next palette is from Kaleidos. It is the Club Nebula palette, and this was in collaboration with Angelica Nikovist. And I was gifted this palette from my best friend. I did not get my hands on it the first time around. I wasn't into makeup at that time, but I thought this was really, really beautiful when I was, and I'm grateful I got it from her. And I really love this palette. And now I will say I'm not going to repurchase from the brand. Their eyeshadow palettes that they have came out with are just not my cup of tea. I wish they would be more on the colorful side like they were a while ago, but they steered more into the neutral side, and because of that, I just don't think I'm going to purchase from them. They haven't came out with really any, even like blushes, lipsticks, highlighters, none of that even has like caught my eye. As I said, I really love this palette, but I just don't think I can do it. I don't think I can spend my money on something that I'm most likely not going to like. I really do miss their colorful palettes they have. I wish they would bring those back. And hey, who knows? Maybe Kaleidos might go back to the colorful side. I don't know. But for now, it's a pass for me. Next palette is from Lorac. It's the Meraki palette. And this was in my video last year. And yeah, I'm pretty sure I've said everything else, like if they were in the video last year or not. And this was decluttered last year, but I did bring it back, and I thought the quality of this was really, really good. I really love the shimmers. I think the shimmers are the best part of this palette. Now, don't get me wrong, the mattes are really nice, but I feel like they're just meh, you know? And I don't know if I would repurchase from them because I don't know what's happening with Lorac. As Ace Beauté, we haven't seen anything from Lorac for quite a bit. Now, I do like some of their palettes, but most of their palettes that I like are discontinued now, so you can't get your hands on them anymore. As I said, I don't know what's happening with Lorac. Haven't heard from them for a long time. I don't know if they are discontinued, if they're rebranding. I don't know. They haven't told anybody. But I think with that being said, I think I'm going to go ahead and not repurchase from them. Maybe in the future, if they come back, I might. But till then, it's a pass for me. Next palette we have is from Juvia's Place. It's the Tri palette. And you can't get your hands on this anymore either, but I was gifted this from my friend. And I think this is absolutely stunning. I think the quality of this is really nice. I really love the color story. Now, there are some palettes from Juvia's Place that I have been eyeing. I almost did pick up one when I was in Ulta a couple months ago. But I was like, maybe not. So yes, I definitely want to repurchase from them. I really love the brand. I think they're really nice. They're really affordable. I think they're good for the money. Yeah, I would definitely repurchase from them. I'm thinking about getting that Nomad palette, like the grungy palette. And then that one palette that has like the black covering with the duochrome. But I have not seen that in stores. So I don't know if it's just online. But yes, I'm definitely going to repurchase Juvia's Place in the future. Next we have from Beauty Bay, it's the Wilderness palette. And you can't get your hands on this anymore either. But I was gifted it by a friend. And this is what the palette looks like. I really love this palette. I've been wanting to get my hands in it for some time now, but as I said, it was discontinued, so I wasn't able to. But fortunately, my friend had it. She wasn't using it, so she gave it to me. And I will say, I really do love the quality. I love the color story of this. But Beauty Bay recently hasn't came out with anything that's caught my eye. I don't know, like the things they do come out with that I really like are discontinued. Most of the things that I really like get discontinued, and most of their palettes are kind of repeated too, I feel like. I feel like this palette has every color that Beauty Bay has in other palettes, so I don't really have to repurchase from them, but I kind of want to repurchase from them. I don't know, it's a 50-50. Nothing's came out so far that I have to have my hands on, but there are some things that has came out that I'm like, ooh, I do like. But is it worth me spending the money right now? No. So I would repurchase from them, but it's only if they come out with something that really catches my eye and that's not repetitive what they have done in the past. And then last palette we have is from ABH. It's the Norvina Volume 3 palette. This is the Norvina line from ABH. And this is a big, big palette. Maybe I can get it in frame for you guys. I do love this palette. I really, really love this palette. I was gifted this palette from my best friend. I love the color story. I really actually like the quality. I think the quality of these Norvina palettes are actually better than the ABH palettes, in my opinion. I don't have any more like original ABH palettes anymore. I just didn't find them very easy to work with, and I just wasn't really interested in the color stories anymore. But I feel like with the Norvina line they have, I might repurchase them. Now, I really like the purple one. I like the pink one, but they haven't caught my eye too much that I wanted to purchase them. Now, I think this line is very nice, though. I will admit, I think the Norvina line is very good. They haven't came out with something in quite a bit, but I'm hoping they will. I'm hoping they would come out with, like, a green palette. Yes, a green palette. I would still purchase that. But I think this line is way better than the original line. But as I said, I haven't really seen anything that's caught my eye too much to buy anything from them, but I will repurchase from them in the future. So this is the end of the video. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, don't forget to leave a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe. And also, if you like the looks I make, let me know in the comments down below if you want to see any tutorials or something between those lines. But I will be back with a lot more makeup content. Till then, you guys stay beautiful, stay healthy, and stay safe. Bye!